Good morning, dear children. Welcome to the English classroom for class 11th. Today I have taken one lesson from the grammar section, tenses. In my previous few classes, I taught the determiners. Okay, now I will start the tense in English grammar. Uses of tenses, different tenses. Okay, now today's part 1. I will do part 2 and part 3 to have a wholesome discussion of the tenses in English, uses of tense in English grammar. Now the contents that we are going to get here is introduction first, then classification based on time frame, classification based on aspect, block diagram of tenses, list of rules, then present tense, past tense, future tense, and list of examples. Okay, but today in our discussion I have taken up only present tense and past tense. In my next slide we'll do future tense as well as some two different tenses in combination, in contrast. Okay, those are very important. Today we'll take the basic knowledge about present and past, then after we'll proceed further. Okay, now introduction. The word tense is derived from Latin verb tempus, which means time. A verb indicates the time of an action, event, or condition by changing its form. It's very, very important. Time is always related to tense. It should not be confused with verb. Verb is a part of speech. Verb has its three different forms. Okay, what are those three different forms? Present, past, and past participle. And tense is related to time, and that's why different times are there. All of you know that is past, present, and future, and accordingly three different tenses: past, present, and future. Okay, yeah, now we'll proceed further. Now based on time frame, the verb tenses may be categorized according to time frame. What are those? Present time, present tense; past time, so past tense; and future time, so future tense. This is the division based on time frame tenses. Now what is present tense? Present tense expresses an unchanging, repeated, or reoccurring action or situation that exists only now. It can also represent a widespread truth, universal truths, like, okay. So present tense expresses what? An unchanging, repeated, or reoccurring action or situation that exists only now. Okay, now past tense expresses an action or situation that has started and finished in the past. Future tense expresses an action or situation that will occur in the future. This is very natural and nothing very means pinpointed analysis is needed. Present tense always will refer the action that is related to present time. Past tense of past time, and future tense of course future time. Okay, now we'll see based on aspect. Now we have seen the three different types of tenses based on what? Based on time. Now we'll see based on aspect. Okay, verb. What are the different tenses? Divisions of tenses. Now verb tenses may also be categorized according to aspect. Refers to the nature of action described in the verb. There are four aspects: indefinite or simple, continuous or progressive, perfect or complete, and perfect continuous. Now this is very important to understand actually. For each category of tense, like present, past, and future. Okay, present tense also can be divided into four different this divisions or categories based on the aspect. Now what is aspect? Aspect refers to the nature of action described by the verb. Okay, now for example I'm just taking few sentences from Hindi. Okay, मैं स्कूल जाता हूँ, मैं स्कूल जा रहा हूँ, मैं स्कूल 5 साल से जा रहा हूँ. Now you see, when I am using these tenses, these all are present reference, but they have different aspects to convey, isn't it? In the first sentence, मैं स्कूल जाता हूँ, it means what? It's an habitual action. मैं स्कूल जा रहा हूँ, it means what? At present reference the action is going on. And मैं 5 साल से स्कूल जा रहा हूँ, it means what? That 5 साल, 5 years back the action started and still continuing. Okay? Or if the sentence is like मैं स्कूल गया, I have gone to school. So that type of to express different aspects, we need different frame or the different categories of tenses, and that's why this present indefinite, continuous or progressive, perfect or complete, and perfect continuous. These 4 divisions are. Now there are 12 possible verb tenses. Verb tenses means 12 possible. How? Because each tense, the present has its 4, past has its 4, and the future also has its 4 divisions. Okay, divisions are also same. Present indefinite, present continuous, present perfect continuous under the present tense. Past tense, past indefinite, past continuous, past perfect continuous, and future also, future indefinite, future continuous, future perfect, and future perfect continuous. This is these are the 12 possible verb tenses, means different forms of verbs that are being used to express different tenses. Remember, we have seen first 3 categories or divisions of tense based on time. Those are present, past, and future. And based on aspects means the nature of action. Okay, how the action has been completed or occurred. So depending upon the mood of the speaker, expression of the speaker, we again divide the tenses into 4 broad categories. What are those? Indefinite, continuous, perfect, and perfect continuous. So this takes the different name in case of different tenses, like a present indefinite, past indefinite, future indefinite, like this. Okay, I suppose this is clear. Okay, we are taking the basic idea. We'll go deeper into the other tenses as we proceed on. Yes, now this slide is very important. If we see the expression of verb and tenses, I already have referred to the to few Hindi sentences to make you understand better. Okay, for example, see, simple present, simple past, and simple future. Here I have juxtaposed all those three tenses together: simple present, simple past, simple future. What are the changes that we can see? See, actually in Hindi also, for example, again I would like to repeat those example. वे स्कूल जाता है, वे स्कूल जा रहे हैं, वे 3 साल से स्कूल जा रहे हैं, और वे स्कूल गए. तो if we see the expression of these 4 sentences, we are using actually different form of verb. For example, स्कूल जा रहे हैं, स्कूल गए, स्कूल जाता है. Okay, so depending upon, in the same way what we do in English also, we do choose different verbs. Okay, different verb, and sometimes different be verbs also to give expression, okay, of different tenses. Now we'll see simple present. To express sentences of simple present, the sentence form, the first form, okay, first form of verb plus sometime s and yes will be used. For example, I go to school. I go to school. This is the first form. So then after go, verb, first form of verb has been used. Okay. Now when we will turn this sentence to simple past, what we'll do? Simply we will change the verb into from go to went. I went to school. Second form of verb will be used. Now simple future, shall, and will option is there out of the depending upon the subject, plus first form of verb will be used. For example, I shall go to school. Now continuous, in continuous, present continuous, past continuous and future continuous. Okay, so present, past and future continuous will see the what are the changes of sentence structure. If I use this sentence for present continuous, the option is am, is, or. Out of this I have to choose, like I am going to school. The subject verb agreement says that I will take am, not is, neither are. So I am going to school. In the past continuous form, what will use? I was going to school. In future, I shall be going to school. In the same way, present perfect has been plus third form of verb, I have gone to school. Past perfect had plus V3, means third form of verb. For example, I had gone to school. And future perfect, shall, will plus have plus third form of verb, I shall have gone to school. In the same way, in present perfect continuous also you'll see I have been going to school for 5 years. Then past perfect, I had been going to school for 5 years. Then future perfect, I shall have been going to school. Okay, now in this way, if you see what is to be understood from this slide is that different time, different tenses, to express different tense we need to use different form, and that form means where we must to use what, that we need to see. For all the simple tenses or indefinite tenses, we will use simply the first form of verb, second form of verb, and for future shall plus V1. And for continuous tenses, for present reference, am, is, are is the option, plus verb plus ing. Past continuous, was, were plus verb ing, and future shall, will plus be verb ing. In this way the things will change. Okay, yeah. Now here is the list of rule for these tenses. For example, present first form that I have discussed just now, then progressive or continuous form, am, is, are plus verb form ing. Perfect has have then third form, and in the same way past tense also will see second form. Okay, then progressive, all these things, and perfect had plus third form of verb, then perfect tense had been plus first form of verb plus ing. In the same way, in the future also will, shall, will be used as per the table given here. Now knowing this much is not enough. What we must have to do, the uses of these tenses. Okay, now we'll go to the present tense now. Present indefinite. These are the four divisions: present indefinite tense, present continuous tense, present perfect tense, and present perfect continuous. Now present indefinite tense, where these tenses are used, this tense is used present simple present, simple present. The simple present is used to describe an action, an event or condition that is occurring in the present at a moment of speaking or writing. This is actually used for the habitual action or like universal truth, like that. I play, okay, she plays, he plays, like that. Okay, now present continuous, present continuous emphasizes the continuing nature of an action, event or condition. Okay, for example, I am playing, he, she is playing, they are playing. Next, present perfect tense. In present this is what actually present present perfect continuous tense, an action which is happening, continuing now in nature. The suggestion is that it's continuing and in the present reference. Okay, yeah. So present perfect tense, this is important to understand. The present perfect we must understand, and I will discuss all these tenses in contrast. Okay, the confusing one, which sometimes we will find that some tenses are very confusing, so we'll see that. So present perfect tense, the present perfect tense is used to describe action that began in the past and continues into the present or has just been completed. Like in present perfect tenses we see the action is complete in the past, but it has, the speaker wants to relate it to the present situation. So that type of tensor conditions we'll see the present perfect tense is used. For example, I have played, he has, he or she has played, like that. Okay. Now present perfect continuous. Now present perfect continuous, what we have seen in present continuous, an action which is happening in the present reference, in progress, not completed, in progress. All right, continuing. And present continuous tense means what? An action which has started in the past and still continuing. So that type of actions actually present perfect continuous tense. The present perfect continuous is used to describe an action, event or condition that has begun in the past and continues into the present. Okay, so for example, I, you have been playing, he, she has been playing. So this is present perfect. Now we'll go to the past tense. Past, again 4 divisions are there: past indefinite, past continuous, past perfect tense, and past perfect continuous tense. Now past indefinite, the simple tense, the simple past is used to describe an action, an event or condition that occurred in the past. Remember, occurred in the past. Alright, and the key words are last year, last month, yesterday, ago. Okay, so this type of words, these are the key words. Actually you can, most of the cases you can use this simple past tense. Or if any particular time or year has been mentioned of the past when the occurrence of action, there we use this present indefinite tense. Okay, example, the same sentence is changed: I played, he, she played. Past continuous is used to describe an action ongoing in the past. Okay, past continuous tense is used to describe an action going ongoing in the past. In the past an action was going on. In reference to that, this past continuous tense is used. I was playing, he, she was playing, and you were playing. Remember, what have we seen? Present continuous tense, an action which is happening in the present reference. Present perfect continuous, an action which has started in the past and continuing till now. And past continuous, an action which has no reference with the present. It was continuing at a particular time in the past, isn't it? The past continuous tense is used to describe an action ongoing in the past. Okay, in the past it was in a particular time, it was this action was continuing, to mean that this is used. Past perfect tense is used to refer to action that took place and were completed in the past. Here I would like to add a little more, like a point. Actually, this past perfect action is always referred to an action which has completed before another action. It means what? When two actions are referred of the past and one action has completed, then other action, like two actions has not, this is not simultaneous action, they are being denoted with before or after. Alright, so in that case the action which had the earlier past will be past perfect and the latter part past will be simple past. For example, that example has not given here. For example, I can extend this one like the train had left before I reached the station. The train had left before I reached the station. Means what? The train had left, that action is the earlier past. Okay, and later on, after that, what happened? Reaching at the railway station. So this type of places where it is used, like I had played and he, she had played. This is the same sentence has been now changed to make you understand better the form. Then past perfect continuous tense. The past perfect continuous is used to indicate that a continuing action in the past began before past action began or interrupted in the first action. I repeat, the past perfect continuous is used to indicate that a continuing action in the past began before another past action began or interrupted the first action. The same thing that I told you earlier, that when two actions happened in the past and there one action had been continuing, okay, before another action, so in that case this past perfect continuous will be used, right? And past perfect continuous. And in case of past perfect, there won't be any reference of continuing of action, rather the completion of action. Okay, so this is the difference of past perfect and past perfect continuous. Two actions, one actions completed, before the another. Okay, if there is a continuity of action, continuity of action in the past before another past action, in that case this past perfect continuous tense will be used. Example given: I had been playing, she had been playing. Okay, so present and past tense, the simple this concept I tried to give today through these slides. In my next slide we will discuss about the future tense, and the most importantly the tenses in contrast we will discuss. That will give you a better idea of using tenses in practical way, how you should use the tenses. Like the contrast will be between simple past and present perfect. Okay, then present continuous and present perfect continuous. Okay, then past perfect and simple past. So this type of tenses will take up to discuss more. Now few exercises I have attached here with exercises on tense. I want you to go through this one. 10 questions are there altogether. Try to answer and send me the answers. Okay, thank you very much.